Good morning from day 55 of my 2024 AT journey. I got a little late of a start this morning because I slept in. It is about 8:30. I just left camp 10 minutes ago. I didn't really sleep well last night. I don't know why. For some reason I got in my head about my bear hang because it wasn't very good. There was really only 2 trees in the entire shelter area that could work for a bear hang. And the one tree's branch was probably 25 feet up, and the other one was maybe 15 feet. And I tried one time to throw my line on the taller branch, and I wasn't even anywhere close to getting it there. So I didn't waste my time and energy on that, and I just settled for the lower branch. I knew it was too low, but when all was said and done, I hung my bag, and I couldn't touch my bear bag, so I've had worse, because I've had bear hangs where I could literally reach up and grab my own bear bag. So this wasn't the worst one I've thrown, but I know there's just been a lot of bear activity in Vermont. It seems like people's bags getting torn up. So I was just worried about it. I don't know why I was worried about it, because even if a bear did get my food, I'm only 8 miles from a road. So it would have been fine, and I'm sure the other hikers there would have given me some food to hold me over for the 8 miles, but still. And it did rain a little bit last night, not a lot. And I think I had a nice tree cover over me because my tent was pretty dry this morning. So that was nice. But yeah, the goal is to go, I don't know, it's somewhere in the 15 mile range, I think. And 4,500 feet again to the lookout cabin. And stay there for the night. I checked the weather for the next few days, and Friday and Saturday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday nights are looking rough. Heavy rain, 80-90% chance, just all day rain, all night rain. And Thursday night, I was already going to be in Killington or Rutland, but now I'm debating what to do Friday and Saturday. I want to keep making miles to try to catch up to the tramily, but I don't know that I want to hike in heavy rain and storms. But also, I think I've just been spoiled because I haven't had to hike in heavy rain yet. So am I being a baby? What weather do thru hikers usually take zeros for? Is this the kind of weather people get off trail for? I don't know. So, debating what to do. I might do a double zero at the Yellow Deli in Rutland. I'm getting all the spider webs today, but I might just suck it up and try to hike and stay at shelters, but I don't know. I'll see you later. I just passed a Nobo named Grateful and chatted with her briefly, and I'm very grateful for Grateful because hopefully this means I won't have any more spider webs to contend with. I'm covered in spider webs, and I'm not happy about it. I had such a good day yesterday until the end, and it stinks because usually the day after a good day, historically, the next day is a bad day. And so far I'm just feeling very blah. I don't want to hike. I don't want to be out here. I just want to get off at a road and go into a hostel, but I know I shouldn't because I'm gonna have to be in a hostel Thursday and maybe Friday and Saturday nights too. So I shouldn't cut my day short and go in, and spend the money. But it sure does sound nice. Only hiking 8.5 miles and then going in for a hostel stay. Ugh. At least I do pass like a coffee stand today. Alright, the first real viewpoint that I've had in Vermont. There's been other viewpoint markers on far out, but they've been partial views or overgrown, and this one even isn't like super clear. But supposedly I could see to a Suicide 6 ski resort, which I'm not really seeing. Oh wait, actually. There it is. I see the lift line. But there's a nice bench up here. So I'm sitting and having a pack break. I'm eating my cosmic brownies. Well, this is interesting. Just some random barbed wire across the trail. It's an old fence. Clearly not active or doing anything anymore. I don't know why they don't take it down. I don't know. So I just heard from Jordan via text a little bit ago. He was able to get a hold of Flippity, who is like a trail angel of sorts in Rutland. She, I guess, rents out rooms in her private house to hikers during the season. $35 a night gets you a private room, which is a really good price. She also allows tenting in her yard for $15. I love how I decide to film. This is Vermont, by the way. This is the trail in Vermont. I love how I decide to film when I'm going through all this stuff. Anyway, she allows tenting also for $15 a person in her yard. But yeah, $35 for a private room. Jordan's gonna book me a spot for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and he's gonna ask her about the pickup shuttle. I know sometimes she's able to do pickups, and other times I think maybe she's not been able to, but the bus runs nearby to Route 4 that will take you into her place apparently. She has laundry in her place that she'll charge if you want to do laundry there. Otherwise, you can take the bus to the laundromat. And you can order like Uber Eats to her place. BRB. Okay. I'm still in it, but I don't want to lose my train of thought. So you can order Uber Eats to her place or take the bus into Killington or Rutland for restaurants, bars, resupply. There's a Walmart and a Price Chopper. And yeah, seems like a pretty good deal. And I know I mentioned earlier that as a solo female, I didn't really want to stay at the Yellow Deli, and I didn't mention why. Some of you probably know the deal, but if you don't, Yellow Deli is operated by like a cult of sorts, and they have a hiker hostel, and it's a pretty popular place. Hikers go to it. It's run by the 12 Tribes community, so if you're interested in learning more about them, you can look the 12 Tribes community up. They've got a hostel in Rutland, and another one somewhere else. I want to say it's in Virginia somewhere, but usually I think hikers don't have a problem. Like, they don't try to get you to join or convert or anything, but I think solo female hikers, I've heard some people say that like they kind of feel like a little weird because I think the 12 Tribes community, you know, women don't have the same place in society as they do in normal society. in their society. So I don't know. It's a donation-based hostel, so you only pay what you feel is appropriate. So like that's nice, but I was also worried about there not being space because I'm not going to be showing up until Thursday late, and I didn't want to get there and not be able to get a bunk. They don't take reservations, and then be kind of screwed, and then have everything be booked up because of the storm coming Friday. So just went ahead and decided to do Flip a Key's place, and I'm excited to see it and show you guys. But I'm starting to climb now, so I'm gonna put you away. All right, so I'm road walking half a mile right now to get some coffee and a maple creamy. Everybody says it's worth the half mile there and the half mile back. So we're at a mile tour day, which stinks. And we're taking time off trail. It's gonna be late arrival to the lookout tonight, but oh well. Yeah, I just met Chuck and Heather, aka Yard Sale and One Hit Wonder, on trail too, which was super exciting. Chatted with them for a while, but yeah, so they also recommended this coffee shop. It's called Abracadabra Coffee, and they've got this covered porch in the shade, and creamies, waffles, espresso, and good times, the sign says. I'm pumped. This coffee and creamy is gonna fuel me up this climb that I have after this. All right, so Abracadabra Coffee, amazing. This creamy, maple creamy that I had, and at a iced horchata. It was like espresso with milk and maple, vanilla, and cinnamon, and it was delicious. Both of those are freaking definitely powering me up this climb. I'm like 2.5 miles from the lookout, and it's 3:17, so I've definitely made up some good time. I don't think I left the coffee spot until 1:30, so I've done a lot of elevation in this, what is that, an hour and 45 minutes. But I was just having my Meredith Blake moment. If you know, you know, Parent Trap, because I passed a SOBO. It was weird. I thought I heard a dog bark, and then I didn't see a dog. I just saw a person coming towards me, and he was like, "Oh, sorry if you heard that weird noise I made." There was 4 bears on the trail, and they ran off, but he's like, I was making noises so they wouldn't come back. So I was like, good to know. So I started playing some music on my phone speakerphone, and I was banging my poles against every rock that I could, just so the bears knew I was there. But given that there were 4 of them, I assume that means there were some cubs. So I definitely didn't want to surprise Mama or get between her and her cubs by accident. So my head's been on a swivel. I think I'm past where they were, but you never know where they decide to travel to. All right, so this is the lookout cabin. It is a private cabin, but the owners let hikers stay here. So you see the private property sign on the front, but when you go in, I'll show you, there's a sign that welcomes hikers in. There's this nice heavy duty door, and I'm currently the only one here, but it's nice and big. I talked to some SOBOs the other day. They had like 25 people in here. It was full, but so you can fit a lot. But anyway, here is the information. The cabin's a private property, part of Lookout Farm. Hikers are welcome, but you have to respect privacy of guests of Lookout Farm. If they want to be here in private, we have to let them. keep it clean, carry out all trash, and help carry some of the trash left by others who were less considerate. So hikers are welcome. There's a nice indoor fireplace. There are playing cards, some other random things. There's a jug of water in here. I don't know. I don't like to trust random jugs of liquid. There's a little guest book that I'll sign later. And I am set up in the back corner here. There is a loft that will fit probably about a third of the capacity of downstairs. I'm set up in the back corner. I've got this nice ledge and a breeze from the window, which also is nice. There's all these windows that have screens on them, so we can get a nice cross breeze in here, even with the door shut. And there's a few little hooks here. There's a hook here, and I'll probably hang my food with my carabiner from one of these strings just so it's off the ground. In case there are mice. I did talk with Chuck and Heather. They stayed here last night and they reported no mice activity, but still gonna put my food up off the ground at least. And the best part of this cabin is that there is a lookout tower, which is why it's called the Lookout. So I'm gonna head up there next and show you the views. All right, so here's the side of the cabin. The trail coming in is right here. It's 0.1 miles off the AT. There's this nice ladder with this great lookout platform. So I'm gonna head up and see you up there. All right, so here are the views from the top of the cabin. There's these nice benches. You can sit up here and watch the sunrise or the sunset. You really have 360 views. Super cool. The ladder, not gonna lie, it was a little bit scary coming up. It's gonna be super scary going down, but there's a handrail, so I'll survive.
That's just like, well, yeah, I could see doing it now.
So have you done all the way down to Georgia, or you've worked your way up from Maryland?
I've